Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining me on this Workout Wednesday. My name is Coach Angela and today we are going to be talking about squats. Okay, so why we love squats? Well, for one thing, they're easy to do, right? Like we can do them anywhere, anytime. You don't need equipment. All you need is yourself. They also make your booty tighter and firmer, giving it lift and making it appear that your booty has grown in size. Now, what's really happening is that you're growing the size of the muscle, you're increasing potentially the size of your gluteus maximus, but you're also firming it and tightening it up. So what that will do is lift the glutes, and then if the muscle is growing because you might have added weight or reps to your squats, it will make it appear like your butt has actually grown in size, which I personally don't hate. You know, some people might not want to be working on their booty, but having a strong glute muscle is really important. One of the reasons that it's so important to have a really strong glute is that it's a huge power producer for us. Like backline of the body, having that strength and support helps improve your running, which is great because we're working on our time miles, helps improve your plyometric ability. So thinking about things like jump rope, box jumps, jump lunges, calf raises, anything like those plyos, that really helps generate a lot of force and energy in the back line. It increases the strength in our quads and our hamstrings, again, not only making us better runners, but also protecting those knees, which are really sensitive. A lot of us may have experienced some knee pain in the past. There's a lot of impact on the joint. And if we're not increasing the strength of the muscles that help protect the knee, then we're putting that knee at a lot of risk for injury down the line. Okay, and the best, the one I know you guys have been waiting for. Doing squats helps burn fat. I'll say it again. Doing squats helps burn fat. Hello, sign me up any day. I should definitely be doing more squats. So because it's such a huge muscle group, one, the glutes, and because there's so many muscles that are actually activated when we're doing squats, we're burning more calories because we're making more muscle and engaging more muscles. So squats strengthen multiple muscles and require a lot of energy to execute because of the multiple muscles that are being activated. So I think that we can all just say that's a... Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about squats, then we'll talk about our weekly challenge. So how we should be squatting. I hope everyone has a bench or a chair close by that you can grab. It's not necessary, but it is helpful to start and just to start to feel those muscles activating. So I'm going to use my chair to begin. This is what we would typically call a bench squat or a box squat. You can tell if your box is the perfect height if we're judging off of the kneecap. So I typically want my box or my bench or my chair to hit me right about the base of my kneecap. So this one might be a little bit high with the cushion, but it'll work for today. And the reason that I want you to grab a bench or a box is that if for whatever reason you've kind of been limited in your squat mobility, having the support of a bench or a block to sit on, one, helps you reach parallel. So we're working on full range of motion, and then we have the support to shoot back up to standing. So if squats have hurt you in the past, let's work on form and kind of correcting what may be an imbalance, so that way you can complete squats with full range of motion and get maximum benefits out of that. So we'll start off with that bench squat. You're gonna walk about 6 inches in front of your bench. Feet are shoulder distance apart. So my hips are here, so hip distance is very narrow. Shoulder distance is much wider. I prefer my toes to turn out slightly. Again, this is more of an anatomy thing. You may hear often like toes pointed forward, like you're skiing down the mountain. Now, my hips just don't function best at that space. So turn the toes out slightly if you've ever noticed you've struggled with depth. From here, we're gonna roll the shoulders down and back, squeeze the glutes. This is gonna elevate the heart. Gaze is up and out in front of you. So we don't wanna be looking down at the ground. You know your box is there for support, that's awesome. Wrap the rib cage in towards one another to firm up the midline. Bring hands to heart or arms straight out in front of you. We're gonna inhale, sink down, butt may tap the glutes, butt may tap the chair. It should hopefully touch the glutes. And then we're gonna exhale. Without leaning forward, I want you to stand straight up. Nice, okay, let's do 5 more. Inhale, drop, butt taps. Exhale, we come up to stand. Make sure the knees aren't coming over the toes. This is helpful when you have something recording you like mine is, or if you have a mirror in front of you. 2 more. Inhale, we drop. Exhale, we stand. 1 more together. Inhale, we drop. Exhale, we stand. Okay. So now that we've done our bench, if that feels good, set your bench off to the side. Otherwise, continue using that for support. So I want to talk a little bit about something known as the butt wink. So when we squat, you can break parallel so long as your knees aren't compromised and we've still got activation in the lower body. I will lose activation as soon as I drop my butt and wink. So you'll notice here, if you look at my glutes, I'm good here, I've got activation. All of a sudden my pelvis rounds as I drop, and I'm now in what's known as a Malasana yoga squat, and I've lost the activation in my lower body. Now, what happens here is when I come up to stand, my lower back will be activated until I activate again the lower limbs and come up to standing. Now, why is that a bad thing? Think about repetition. Constantly breaking and creating that butt wink is putting your lower back in a compromised position over and over and over again. Now you maybe add weight on top of that, and that compression and that fatigue is going to set in. So keep an eye out for that butt wink. We want to drop, maybe break parallel, drive the knees out to the side so they're not caving in, squeeze the glutes, and come up to standing. Okay, so we've got no butt wink, we've got good squat form, we're ready for our challenge. Our challenge this week is going to be doing 20 squats a day for the next 5 days to total up to 100 total squats. Okay, are you ready to take the challenge? I think you are. I want to talk a little bit about weighted squats too. Let's say you're doing 20 squats a day. It's easy peasy. You feel fine, you're not even really sweating, your legs aren't shaking. Let's add some weight, okay? So I've got here a 25-pound plate. You might have a kettlebell, a handbag, anything like that. There's a couple of options. You can hold that weight in front, almost like a front squat. You can place it on your back and hold it here, similar to a back squat. If you've got a barbell, awesome too. Now, I'm just adding weight to that squat. So I'm going to have to ask my muscles to activate a little bit more to lift me up and out of that squat. So I'm increasing the challenge. It's just like Kaya 2.0. So if you're noticing that those 20 squats just feel a little bit too easy for you, then I challenge you to grab a weight. So hit pause, go grab your weight, grab your bench, get ready. We're gonna do our first 20 squats together with perfect form. Ready? Get set, and here we go. Don't focus on speed, focus on form. Speed squats are designed completely different from regular and potentially weighted squats, okay? So I really want you to focus on form, chest up nice and bright, maybe even videoing yourself. I'm on 10, I've got 10 more to go. Let's finish it out strong together. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, you guys, that's it for squats. I'm so excited that you guys joined me on this journey for the past 4 weeks. I hope you learned a little something. Hope you keep your challenges up, and I'll see you next time. Bye.